guys. Welcome to the first episode of Distant Dialogues Reddit edition. I'm Grace.
I'm Shelbee.
And I got a couple just kind of mismatch stories today, different subreddits, different kind of things. We'll be reading the stories and the comments as well. Other episodes I might pick a theme for certain ones, but we'll see. But so this first one, we'll just jump straight into the stories.
Oh gosh. Okay.
This first story is from r/Am I the Asshole, one of my favorite subreddits.
Most definitely.
So, am I the asshole for expecting communication? Currently reflecting on my past relationship so I can be better in my next one, and I'm at the point where I'm looking back on communication more specifically when the other person is busy. Some days my ex would disappear for hours and hours and hours, parentheses, literally not an exaggeration. And when she'd come back, she'd say she was scrolling through social media, playing games, or something to that extent. So she wasn't inherently busy. Sometimes I'd get a little annoyed and I'd tell her that I would have liked to know where she was before she left. Not hovering or anything, but I'd expect something like, hey, I'm gonna play games for a while and I'll text/call when I'm done. Or even something like, not really in the mood to talk right now, but I'll reach out when I'm feeling better. I would have been okay with literally anything. I'm looking back on it again, and I kind of feel like an ass for expecting and feeling annoyed when I didn't get it. But at the same time, it would have been nice to not be left in the dark. I don't know, guys. Am I the asshole?
Obviously, freaking not. Communication really important thing in a relationship, and I understand completely where they're coming from. Personally,
I do too. Yeah. Oof.
That's
top comment is, it's like you have some expectations and assumptions about what's the right protocol for communication and checking in. Some couples work like that when it's mutual, but it shouldn't be necessary. Some people don't look like that and need space. That doesn't make sense. She sounds more independent and needs space. It's not proper English. She sounds more independent and confident in herself. Most of my guy friends would appreciate that. Maybe you could reflect and see if you were having self-esteem issues causing you to be insecure and have a reaction towards her not meeting your preconceived expectations.
I can get it's like the mutual thing, like understanding, but I still feel like there should be a mutual understanding anyways that, hey, I'm not going to respond to you for like hours at a time. Let me just be like, hey, I'm busy or something like that. Just a quick little, hey, I'll text you when I can. Just like a courtesy thing, not like a,
Right.
you know?
It's not like an overbearing thing. It's a courtesy. It's a nice thing. But OP did respond to that top comment. I'm assuming it's a he, and he said, communication as a whole was very, in all caps, very bad in that relationship. We had our issues, and I'd try to resolve them before they turned into fights, but all my communication was shut down. I tried to make things easy on her end, especially in the situation I posted about, and she told me she'd work on telling me when she'd be away for a while, but she never did. Oh, God, that sounds like a situation for me recently.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one.
I'm putting myself on blast. I'm putting myself on blast.
Right there, but it's okay. It's okay. See, I've dealt with saying they're gonna work on stuff and not working on it. That's just a bunch of load of bullcrap, and I feel really bad that he had to go through that.
Yeah.
But communication is very important in relationships, and I feel that in my bones, bro. Like, if you
definitely
the person you're in a relationship with, then you don't need a relationship, because if you can't communicate that, it just ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm. All right, so our next one is also from r/Am I the Asshole.
I love the
as I almost fuck up that. Okay. I'm also gonna start saying how long ago they were, because some of them are like recent, some of them aren't.
Okay.
This one is 45 days ago. It was around the same time as the last one as well. Am I the asshole for outing my best friend's fake pregnancy? Straight on the bat, that title is crazy.
I don't see, straight off from the title, it's probably really gonna depend on, I feel like no, because if it was fake, I feel like that's fucked up in the beginning, but
yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
Alright, I, 20 female, woke up to a message today in my friend group chat from one of my friends, 21 female, let's call her Sarah, announcing she was pregnant. I laughed at first, thinking it was a joke, and told her to stop kidding around or I was going to, quote, whoop her. Sarah then replied with a picture of 3 pregnancy tests that all said pregnant, and the other members of our group started congratulating her. I immediately apologized, congratulated her, and even started reciting Tekanot for her. I don't know what that is, but
Okay.
I took a screenshot of our message sequence, which went like this. The joke was obviously about how it would be impossible for me and Sarah to have a baby together. When Sarah's boyfriend saw my story, he DM'd me angrily, asking why Sarah had told me she was pregnant and not him. This was about an hour after I posted it. Not long after, Sarah called me furious, asking why I would post the photo without her permission. I didn't see the big deal since I've posted our messages before, and I posted hours after she announced it to the group. That's when she told me she was not really pregnant and that she and her boyfriend had been on break for 2 weeks. Apparently, they were close to rekindling their relationship, but now that he thinks she's pregnant with someone else's child, he's blocked her on everything. I argued that it was disgusting for her to announce to me and our friends that she was pregnant when she wasn't. Even if it was a prank, she should have told me while I was reciting Tekanot for her and her fake baby. It felt extremely weird. Her defense was that she wasn't lying, but quote unquote manifesting for when she and her boyfriend got back together. I feel really uncomfortable with this whole situation, especially because lying about a pregnancy is serious. We've been best friends since first grade, and she knows I have a toddler born from SA, so it's especially weird for her to lie to me about something like this. Now she's refusing to speak to me, removed herself from the group chat, called me a quote terrible friend and quote parasocial. She says she won't talk to me until I apologize for putting another strain on her relationship and for posting something without her permission.
I would say no.
I say not the asshole.
Exactly. Why would you fucking lie? Also, the manifesting shit is I don't know. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Dead ass.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no
especially like if you're putting it in a text, that's not
manifesting. That's
manifesting.
You. I would get if I get if it like a prank, but that's not manifesting shit. That's you being a crappy person and lying about shit like that.
Right, especially with OP's like situation that her friend knew about.
Yeah.
Like that's a serious thing, and to like have that like notion of lying. It's just but also there's an update. There is a update at the end of this.
I love updates.
Update. I thought I would reformat the post so it's easier to read and give some info she had made on her Instagram note. Quote, Nicey Poo coming 2025. 6 hours before I posted, so I assumed it was fine. The group chat and her boyfriend were the only people in the story. She bought prank tests online that always test positive. Her boyfriend assumed the baby was by someone else, not me. It wasn't a prank. She was just going to pretend she was pregnant until she actually got pregnant. And lastly, Tekanot are traditional Jewish prayers for expecting mothers. I feel bad for not knowing that.
Shouldn't you know that? You're freaking Jewish, bro.
I'm not that Jewish.
Okay. Also,
pizza.
Yeah. I had to have a snack with my stories.
Top comment literally just says, you guys have way too much time on your hands.
I feel that.
It feels very real.
Understandable, for real. Oh, this is burning my hands.
One person, the first comment got removed, but there's a reply to that. And it says, this user is a karma farming scam account. Like with some other stuff, but so basically karma farming scam accounts, karma is what you get based on like how much you post and like your upvotes or downvotes on everything and all the comments you have. It gives you karma, which basically gives you like quote unquote more popularity, I guess.
Yeah. So was the person who commented that or like
no, the story they're saying it's fake. That's just one person. We never know. Honestly, the whole thing with Reddit is you never know if it's real or not.
Yeah. That would be crazy if it was. But didn't they have text messages to prove that?
It wasn't screenshots. It was like a copy paste. So they said they
Screenshot.
had screenshots and then they copied pasted it.
Yeah. That would have made it more believable, the screenshots.
This one I have been so excited for. Also from r/am I the asshole.
I think that's the theme of this. Is am I the asshole?
Yeah, there's a good amount of them that are am I the asshole.
I love
But
those.
this one's from 44 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister store 200 pounds of live crabs in my bathtub for her crab themed wedding?
No. Fuck that.
All right, so my sister, 30 female, is getting married next weekend, and for reasons I don't entirely understand, the theme of her weddings is crabs. Like actual crabs. She's obsessed with them. They're on the invitation. Yes, I know I don't say invitations right. We're gonna go over that.
Invitations.
Well, all I can say is invitations.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. So
We'll
they're
just add
on
that.
they're on the invitations, the table centerpieces, even her dress has a little crab embroidery. Fine, whatever, her wedding, her choice. The problem started yesterday when she called me, 32 male, in a complete meltdown because her, quote, crab supplier, parentheses, apparently this is a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. Fell through, and now she's managed to source 200 pounds of live crabs last minute. However, she has nowhere to store them until the big day. Her genius solution? My bathtub. How big of a bathtub does this guy have?
That's my question. Like, why the fuck is your bathtub specifically?
Does she not have a bathtub?
Apparently not.
Just put him
Just,
in like a bucket.
just shower. Just get like a big ass. Just get a wheelbarrow and dump him in there, or like a kiddie pool.
Yeah, a kiddie pool would work. All
I'm a
right.
genius.
She says I quote unquote owe her because I live alone and don't even take baths. Parentheses, true, but I do shower in there and prefer not to share it with angry sea creatures. I told her no way, and now she's furious, calling me selfish and accusing me of sabotaging her wedding. Her reasoning is that the crabs are, quote, integral to the ambiance of the reception. Apparently, they're going to be part of the decorations. Parentheses, it just says gross. And later boiled as part of the dinner. Well, that's sad. Because it has a drain and all I'd have to do is, quote, hose it down afterwards. I completely missed half that sentence. She insists the bathroom is perfect because it has a drain and all I'd have to do is hose it down after. I told her this was insane. First, crabs move, they're not going to stay neatly in the tub. Second, I'm not dealing with the smell of seawater and crab poop for the next week. Third, what happens if one escapes and claws its way under the fridge or something? But now she's rallying the family against me, saying I'm being unsupportive and, quote, don't understand how stressful planning a wedding is. Even my dad is telling me to, quote, just do it for a few days to keep the peace. For the record, I think her wedding sounds like a logistical nightmare, but I've been polite about it. I just don't think my bathroom should turn into a crab holding tank because she can't rent a cooler like a normal person. Am I the asshole?
No.
No. Automatically no, which seems to be the consensus. Except there's a very long thread off the top and it's
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like bullshit that people are saying because people love to make jokes about stuff. Honestly, with this story, you would have to make a joke. But top comment, not the asshole. Let your dad and the other coercive family members take on the crabs. It says,
Yeah, especially if the dad's gonna be like, just do it to keep the peace. Why don't you take him there, motherfucker?
yeah. It says, add water temp, salinity, or like the saline, and oxygen wouldn't be right. They will die anyways. Which is true. They have to live in a certain climate, like a certain condition.
She really didn't think this through. She was just like,
Yeah. Someone replied to that comment, seconding the last bit, did marine biology in uni, and just sticking crabs in a normal bathwater will lead to a bath full of stinking dead crab. But, I mean,
but no, not the asshole.
No, pretty straightforward, not the asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's a little bit of a long one.
Oh gosh, let me strap in. Okay, guys. Okay.
All right.
I'm literally just sitting here munching. Listen.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're so welcome.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Keep going.
All right. Oh, for listeners that you can't see us, she just fed me pizza through the screen. Since we're not in person. So
It's just
it's just a bit of ours. It's okay. All right.
it's
This is
Oreo.
again r/am I the asshole.
Okay.
44 days ago. Am I the asshole for not telling my parents I was moving to another state? I'm not alone. It's kind of like it's in the middle. This
It's
is like
like
a you need context.
yeah.
All right. Hi everyone. Here's a story, and I'm happy to tell you. Parentheses, not really happy that it sounds like a K-drama. No joke, but it is indeed real. So hang in there. Whew, calling it a K-drama, that makes me feel like it's real.
I love K-dramas. Shut the fuck up. This is gonna be great.
All right. I had to lock in here.
Okay.
Female, 19, grew up in a spiritual household. What a start. My father and stepmother, both in their 40s, had many rules and practical laws for me to follow. No dating, no going out late, yada yada. You may think to yourselves, this seems perfectly fine, right? But what I found not fine was, quote, no texting online and tell me where you are 24/7, along with, I can check your phone and messages whenever I want because I'm the adult and you are the child. There's more such as don't be friends with anyone outside of the religion or anyone we don't approve of, and don't watch demonic/magical movies and TV, which seems like typical religious rules to follow in a household until they turn around and find loopholes for themselves. For some context, these two people loved to watch anime and play games. They're adults, yes, they can do what they want, but shouldn't parents act in a way that will be a good influence for their young adult child? From the moment I turned 14, I've been trying to find a way to work and make money. Of course, I didn't get an official job until I graduated high school, but when I did get a job, everything went downhill. I got told that if I wanted something, I would have to buy it myself. I wouldn't even dare to ask for $10 to have fun because you wouldn't get a take it out of your savings. Oh, because I would get a take it out of your savings, or you can use your own money, you have a job. Which was twisted because they always swore up and down that I should be saving money. This started around 16 years old for me. When a child looks at their father, they see a hero, someone who made their lives great. But when I grew up, I realized that this father of mine went off the deep end. Whenever he heard me say something whenever he heard me say something I didn't agree with, he told me I sounded stupid, I didn't know what I was talking about, and need to think before I speak. Whenever I try to voice my mental state, I gotta, well, this is what happens when you dot dot dot, aka bringing up the past occurrences and blaming me for my own mental health state. In parentheses, I have depression, anxiety, PTSD, and a few undiagnosed things. Now let's get down to the reasons why I moved out the moment I could. Basically, I was constantly the one cleaning up other people's messes. They helped me sometimes, but every night there was a knock on my door saying, you know you have dishes to do, or clean up the kitchen. In parentheses, all by myself, might I add. I would have to do I would have dishes done before I went to bed, and if they weren't done by a certain time, I'd get yelled at and forced to stop whatever I was doing to go get things done. Usually when they said dishes, it meant the whole ass kitchen needs to be cleaned up, food put away, and dishes done. When it came to laundry, I did my own laundry, walking upstairs and downstairs multiple times a day to get it done. But I sometimes had to help them with their laundry as well because they were busy or not feeling well or something. Now, mind you, I dealt with this happening for most of my teenage years. Whenever they got sick, I took care of them, brought them whatever they asked for and such, and then cleaned up after them as well. When they didn't feel like getting up, I got whatever they asked for and needed. They had a lot of double standards, and after a while, I had enough of it. I mean, what stepmother tells an 18-year-old to watch a YouTube video that had nothing wrong with it outside the house because this was her house and not appropriate for me to be watching this video. Then later, I get an apology that felt half-assed. God forbid I talked back, which was actually me just voicing my opinion or asking them why they are saying something. If I asked for their reasoning, they never directly said because I said so, but it was implied with this is my house and things along the lines of bringing up age differences, making it seem that because I am younger, I know less than they do. If I showed just a little bit of anger, I was told I was being rude every time and got looked at in a way that always made me even more upset. By the way, did I mention they made me pay for 3 bills after I turned 18? Since I wanted a game console, I also had to pay for that myself as well. Over $500 went to them and the game console. I later found out I was basically paying for most of, if not all, of their bills. They called it, quote, helping out, and if I complained, I got another look and condescending tone, you can help out sometimes. Every paycheck I got was only about $750 if I met the estimated hours, but I got sick a lot for some reason, so I missed days and sometimes my paycheck would only be under $650. I barely had any money to save and barely any money to spend on myself. So here's how I went about leaving. I planned everything from getting 3 suitcases down to my plane tickets. I had help from my best friend, packed up after midnight hit, and silently left with a note on the bed. I got a plane that took me all the way to the West Coast. It was terrifying. What I do when I. Wait. What do I get when I land? A lecture from someone who had no right, a long paragraph about how if I wasn't happy, we could have talked about it, but a few people saying running away was immature. But I wasn't running away. I was moving out because I'm an adult. They never saw me as an adult and only sometimes treated me with respect like an adult. Not only that, but they also put me down with their words, telling me I wasn't ready to move out and that I won't ever be ready if I don't act according to their standards of what an adult should be. The amount of degrading and constant double standards I had to deal with made my depression absolutely unbearable at times. My anxiety grew worse, as well as every time I had to voice how I felt about something as simple as not liking the taste of food. I have a few family members who are now a part of my support system and believe what I did was for the better. But what do you think, Reddit? Am I the asshole for up and leaving these people with just a note on the bed? Now I wish I could talk to them and keep the peace like I had hoped, but my father refuses to chase after me until I'm ready to talk about things like adults. What should I do? I have nothing to say, so I would just be listening to him talk about a bunch of his negative thoughts on me leaving and how I did it. I have anxiety attacks just thinking about it. P.S. This is just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. I'm thriving now and have a so glowing skin and great people to rely on and talk to. But if you want to hear more of the story, I'll post an update. Thanks for reading.
No, you're not the asshole and fuck your parents.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Listen, my mom is one of my favorite people. She had this rule. She could check my phone whenever she wanted, do however deep of a check she wanted to do because she paid for it. Mm-hmm. And even when I bought my own phone and was paying for my own phone, she would still take it sometimes and go through it. She was like, you live under my house, my rules. I'm like, okay. But it was never to that extent. Like, I understand why she did that. Mm-hmm. But never to that extent. That's a little crazy. And her parents need therapy.
Yeah. My mom, like, when I was younger, she would look through my phone, which is reasonable. I was, like, a young teenager, like, just getting a phone and stuff. And then after a while, like, probably like 2 years ago, she kind of relaxed. But I mean, that is to a crazy extent. A top comment, not the asshole. You are simply moving on from a toxic environment in the safest way possible. Good on you for putting in the work and moving forward rather than letting it swallow you whole. OP said thank you. And just everyone says, not the asshole.
I feel really bad for OP for real. Mm-hmm. Like, dang, did I go through that though?
I mean, she's clearly really strong.
Yeah, that's insane. That's horrible. She's very strong, and I'm very glad that she got out. But I feel really bad that her dad continues to do all that shit and, like, as she said, chase her down. That's horrible.
Yeah, like he said, he doesn't want to chase her down.
Oh, he doesn't want to?
No, he doesn't want to.
Oh, I thought you said, you gotta speak clearer.
I'll go slower. But he was saying that he doesn't want to chase her down and is waiting for her to contact him to talk, quote, as adults.
Okay, Then you're acting like a child, so you don't need to be talked to as an adult.
Right. If she wasn't legally an adult and how her parents see her as a child, the adult is now acting like a child. Which sadly happens way too much.
Sorry,
You're good.
you're eating pizza this whole time, and I'm like, I'm on my 4th slice, and I'm like, okay.
No,
But
no, I mean, pizza looks good.
it's bust. But no, not the asshole. Glad she got out. Glad she's away from that, and glad she has a support system now.
Yeah. All right. So our next one.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Wait, how many are there?
I have a good amount saved, but depending on time, like we'll probably stop like 45 minutes, an hour.
Okay.
All right. So this next story, and again, r/am I the asshole? 45 days ago. But it starts, would I be the asshole for exposing my girlfriend's best friend's paternity scheme?
No.
It's a lot of words. All right. I, 26 male, have been with my girlfriend, Becca, 25 female, for just over a year now. Becca and her best friend, Cindy, 25 female, are both also close friends with Mike, 30 male, who they met in their first year of college. Something about Mike always rubbed me the wrong way. He's polite enough, but I find he's too handsy with the girls. I brought it up to Becca, who says Mike is like a protective big brother to them. Since Mike has been Becca's friend since she was 18, her family love him and invite him to family gatherings. That's why I keep quiet, since he's clearly important to Becca. Which is sweet. Okay. At Becca's sister's engagement party, of course Mike was there. While Becca was talking to Bianca... Oh, okay. I read that wrong. At Becca's sister's sister Bianca, she was having an engagement party. I'm just going to say that because this is really confusing. So Becca's sister Bianca was having an engagement party, and of course Mike was there. While Becca was talking to Bianca, I went outside for some air. It was cold out, so there were only 2 people vaping. Of course. At the side of the house, I saw Mike and Cindy making out beside an in-the-ground solar light. I pulled out my phone and recorded 23 seconds of their makeout session before going back inside. Why 23 seconds? You could have just taken a picture.
He didn't catch him, then, he had to make sure that he was seeing it right.
I guess. On the car ride back, I told Becca that someone told me they saw Mike and Cindy kissing outside. She panicked and asked if I had told Stan what I was told. I'm assuming Stan is Bianca's fiance. Oh, wait. Mike and...
Would Stan be Cindy?
Yeah, Mike and Cindy. Okay, wait, hold on. I got confused. On the car ride back, I told Becca that someone told me they saw Mike and Cindy kissing outside. She panicked and asked if I had told Stan what I was told. I said no, and she was relieved. I asked, "You're not surprised?" She said, "Of course not. Mike and Cindy have been off and on for years." My mind reeled, since Cindy had only been with Stan for 8 months. Becca said Mike understands Cindy in a way that Stan doesn't, and that she covers for Cindy and Mike because Stan sometimes gets suspicious, which is annoying. I lost some respect for Becca then. I would too.
I would be like, I don't fucking trust you no more. Get the fuck away from me, bro.
All right. 2 weeks later, I'm at Becca's place and Cindy calls her. She answers the call on speaker and Cindy announces that she's pregnant. Becca squeals, takes the phone off speaker, and puts it to her ear. From my side, I got that Cindy was sure of the baby was Mike's, but she plans to pass it off as Stan's. When Becca ended the call, I asked her why Cindy would lie to Stan about fathering a baby. Becca said that Mike makes more money than Stan. Side note, Mike owns 3 gyms and has a personal training business. Then says Mike wants a kid but doesn't want any responsibilities or to deal with baby mama drama. So since Cindy and Stan will probably get married anyways, this made sense for everyone. I was horrified and told Becca that she's just as bad as Cindy for covering this up. We got into a fight and I left. Later, Becca calls and tells me that I'm being foolish for letting other people's drama affect our relationship. I thought we shared the same values, but that she is fine with lying about paternity sets off alarm bells. I don't see a future, but I don't know if breaking up over, quote, other people's drama is the right thing to do. And I feel for Stan, who does not deserve any of this. I feel too guilty not doing anything. So would I be the asshole if I somehow anonymously sent the video of Mike and Cindy making out to Stan?
No. No, you would not be. And leave Becca's ass.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck, bro?
Top comment says,
If that situation happened, I would be like, fuck you, fuck your friend, fuck Mike. This is going to Stan. I'm dropping your ass. Peace.
I would become friends with Stan.
Me and Stan would be besties. We would go get, what are they called? It's like the orange juice and the whatever. Mimosas. We would go get mimosas together and have breakfast. We'd be besties.
Yeah. Top comment says, send it. Also, I'd be suspicious of Becca. If she has no problem lying about this, who even knows what she could be doing to you?
Real.
OP said, that thought has been running through my head for nearly 3 weeks.
Valid. That's very valid.
All right. There's an update.
Please tell me he sent the video, please.
All right. This one's a little shorter than the last one. But, update. Would I be the asshole for exposing my girlfriend's best friend paternity scheme? Yesterday, this is the day after. Yesterday, I posted about my girlfriend Becca's best friend Cindy's plan to lie to Stan, Cindy's boyfriend, about being the father of her unborn child, and about Becca's role in going along with the plan and covering for Cindy. After reading the comments, I decided that the best thing to do was to confront Becca and tell her that either Cindy tells Stan the truth or I will. Since today was Becca's day off work, I went to her apartment on my lunch break. Cindy was there, so I was able to tell Cindy directly. All hell broke loose. Cindy was scream-crying, and Becca was just screaming and defending her friend. They both accused me and all men of being hypocrites since we have bro codes, but we punish women for loyalty. I left mid-scream. I replayed what he said over and over. What me, Cindy, and Becca do. What? Was he sleeping with both Becca and Cindy? Separately or at the same time? Could they be some kind of throuple? I went down a rabbit hole and looked him up on social media, which wasn't hard since Becca tagged him in every pic. Turns out Mike is not 30, but 35 years old. That means he was 28 when he met Becca and Cindy at 18 years old. Could he have manipulated his way into their lives, into their pants? Could he still be manipulating them now, years later? When I got home, I got a call from a strange number, but I didn't answer. Then that same number started sending me a bunch of texts. It was Stan saying, just because I have outdated beliefs, it was no excuse to slut-shame his pregnant girlfriend. He's talking about my outdated belief that there would be nothing special about my wedding night if I had unprotected sex before marriage, and so I always use protection. I figured Becca told Cindy since they share everything, and for our 1-year anniversary, Becca said we should stop using condoms since she was on birth control, but I refused. Stan was texting insults nonstop, so I sent him the video of Mike and Cindy making out. He finally took a 4-minute text break before texting. That was at Bianca's party. Stan was there and probably remembered their outfits. I texted back, yes. Then nothing for 17 minutes before he texted, thanks. 30 minutes later, Becca started blowing up my phone. I turned it off, but I can hear alerts from my Apple Watch. I'm still reeling from what Mike said and plan to confront Becca about it. In the meantime, I'm so mad I want to punch something. I'm so hurt I want to scream. I plan to take tomorrow off work to deal. Thanks to all who offered advice. If requested, I'll update when I calm down and talk to Becca tomorrow.
What the fuck? No way that's real. There's no way that motherfucking thing is real.
This sounds like a telenovela.
Right?
This is a telenovela.
Gosh, I'm glad Stan found out.
Yeah.
Horrible way to find out when you're screaming at someone about outdated beliefs, but yeah, at least it's out.
Yeah.
I'm on my bed. I'm mad. But yeah, no.
I still say not the asshole. He's still not the asshole.
Definitely not the asshole.
Him and Stan are both just stuck in this mess.
Yeah. There's no way you could be the asshole in this situation.
I mean, unless you're
not the asshole.
Becca, Cindy, or Mike. They're the assholes.
I meant the poster.
Yeah.
He couldn't be the asshole in this situation. Whatever.
Top comment. I mean, basically everything is just saying, not the asshole. He shouldn't be, like, around. He shouldn't, like, be with Becca anymore, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. There's another update.
I love this post. Oh my gosh. I love this post. Please.
All right. This one's about the same length as well. Requested last update. Would I be the asshole for exposing my girlfriend's best friend's paternity scheme? I didn't know my first post would blow up like this, or my first update about my now ex-girlfriend, Becca's BFF, Cindy's paternity scheme. But here's the update. Since Becca told me off yesterday, I turned my phone off and was ignoring all calls and texts. Sorry, I started getting a phone call.
You're good.
I also returned a call from work and was told the man from yesterday, Mike, was pacing in front of the building earlier this morning, but security must have spooked him because he left before the cops were called. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. My friend, that I'm not going to say because it'll be on the internet, texted me. Well, she called me and then texted me. It's nothing important. She wants to tell me a story and doesn't want to walk down the hall to tell me. The hall. We live down the hall anyways.
Hey, I don't even want to walk to the next room to tell Rebecca stuff. I'll just call her and tell her to come into my room. That is soul.
Sounds like my mom and I. We would just scream across the house.
I would be up in my room upstairs and I would call my mom and be like, hey, what's for dinner? She'd be like, you can't come downstairs. No.
See, we just scream. We just yell so
See,
loud
we used
we
to
can
do
hear
that
each
till
other.
my mom married. We used to do that till my mom married my stepdad. And then we kind of just stopped yelling at each other. And I would just call her more. So I was like, it's fine.
Okay.
Anyways, glad we're done with Becca.
Yeah. Well, not yet, but I think I was just stalling when I first asked what her original plan for Cindy's baby. What was the original plan for Cindy's baby? How would it benefit Mike to have Stan raise his kid if he himself wanted a child so badly? She said that Mike didn't want the full-time responsibility of a kid. So this way he would get to be the godfather who spoiled the baby and would even pay for the kid's college later on. Then she said, but that's no longer the plan since Stan knows everything. But she quickly said, not that I blame you for that. She then said, now that everything's out in the open, she wants us to get back to normal. I nearly choked at normal. I got to it and asked her straight up, are you sleeping with Mike? She looked hurt that I asked and said no, of course not. Then I asked, were you ever sleeping with him? She looked away. It was a gut punch. I just stood up and left. She let me leave, but she started blowing up my phone as soon as I drove off. She called nonstop and left several voice/text messages. In one, she said that her hookups with Cindy and Mike are done for good now, and I'm her future. So that's one question asked and answered. In another message, she wants us to move forward and thinks we should try couples counseling. I no longer trust her, but I still love her. But I also know that counseling can't rebuild trust, so it's definitely over between us. I finally blocked her on everything and might get an RO, or restraining order, on Mike. The only good thing is, at least Stan knows the whole truth. So thank you, Reddit, for your comments telling me to do the right thing. Whew. That's crazy.
So listen, they were 18, right? When they met Mike.
Yeah, and he was apparently 28.
When I say this, that is a 10-year age difference. Definitely should not have, yeah. That whole situation is fucked up.
Usually, like, an age gap of, 10 or less is usually okay in my mind, unless you're under the age of 20. I mean, actually 21. If you can't drink legally in the United States, don't be with someone 10 years older than you.
Yeah, no. No, no,
Like,
no.
not
That
even
whole
the
situation.
age gap, the mental, like, the mental maturity gap is also huge.
What? Also, hookups with Mike and Cindy? Crazy.
That is crazy. That means they were having, like, it was like a throuple sometimes. Like, basically.
Maybe they can be a very happy throuple now together without.
With their baby.
I just feel really bad for Stan and OP. That's like shitty.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I have another Am I the Asshole?
Okay. Do you want to make this one the last one?
Um, depends on how long it is, but I don't know if I have. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
All right. This one is not long at all. So I think we'll have time for another one after it. All right. This is from 9 days ago, by the way.
So this one was recent.
This is fresh.
This makes it even better. Okay.
From r/am I the asshole. Am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend turned it into a proposal for herself?
No. The fuck? The fuck is wrong with his girlfriend? Let's off with that. Why would you turn someone into a proposal for yourself? Fucked up. Continue.
Okay. I, 28 male, had my birthday dinner last weekend, and my girlfriend, Sarah, 27 female, offered to plan it. I was excited because I usually keep things low key, but she said she wanted to make it special. She booked a nice restaurant and invited close friends and family. Everything was going great until it was time for dessert. The waiter brought out a cake, but instead of my name, it said, "Will you marry me, Sarah?" I was completely blindsided. Sarah got all teary eyed, turned to me, and said, "Well, this is the best surprise ever, right?" Everyone around us started clapping, and her friends were filming. I just sat there stunned. She took my silence as hesitation and started going about how she knew I wasn't big on grand gestures, but she couldn't wait anymore, and she took matters into her own hands.
What the fuck is wrong with you, woman?
At that moment, I stood up and said, "This is my birthday. If you wanted a proposal, you should have talked to me about it first." Then I grabbed my stuff and walked out. Sarah was mortified, and her friends blew up my phone, calling me an asshole for embarrassing her and ruining the night. She even said I humiliated her when she was just trying to do something romantic. Now my family is split. Some say I should have just gone along with it for the night, while others think she crossed a major boundary. So, am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend hijacked it for a proposal?
No. Fuck your girlfriend. What the fuck? That the people her friends being like, "You're an asshole, you ruined the night." Motherfucker, it was his birthday.
Right.
There's no people are so dumb because especially when it comes to their friends. Like say Rebecca did that to her man, I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Girl, what the frick is wrong?" I wouldn't be texting her man, "How dare you walk out and ruin this big special night?" No. Don't be a
Right.
dumbass and don't make someone about you.
Top comment: I guess the gift she gave you was to show her true colors. Not the asshole, and you might be dodging a bullet there.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one had 6.6 thousand upvotes, so I'd say it's the consensus.
Yeah. Did anyone say you should have gone along with it?
Uh,
The hell?
not in the comments. There probably is deep down,
Can
but
you mess? Oh,
hmm?
I was like, can you message people and be like, "Hey, you shouldn't have done that, you asshole."
I mean, you can like privately message people on Reddit, but you can't see those.
Hmm.
Should we do another Am I the Asshole?
Do you have another "Am I the asshole"?
I have one more.
We can make that the theme of this video and just do the last "Am I the asshole"?
All right.
Because that's been mainly.
Well, this one is really, really short, so maybe I'll throw in a special surprise one.
Okay.
Because I
I
have
don't
some
have a
really.
theme. Just does mainly "Am I the asshole"?
Because it's what I first like saved. It's kind of I just kind of went in like an order of what I saved. So,
Okay.
all right,
Next.
it's from 10 days ago.
I love the recent ones. They make me feel like I'm experiencing this with them.
All right, Am I the asshole for telling girl's boyfriend I slept with her? I, 35 male, started talking to a 35 female recently about a month ago. She never told me she was dating anyone, but when I asked, she said single. This weekend we were hanging out and things led to the bedroom. On my way home, turns out she blocked me on all social media and phone number. I had a friend check her social media and it said, in a relationship with Derek. I searched his name and found him and sent him all the evidence. She unblocked me and called me an asshole for telling and showing him evidence. Reblocked me. My friend said I should just let it go. Am I the asshole or should I let it go?
You're not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
These people who are like, am I the asshole? They know they're not the asshole. They're just posting it to get a second opinion, for real.
Yeah. I mean, some people it's so clearly like they're the asshole, but all of these that I've weirdly picked, like they're not the asshole.
No. We need to get one that they are the asshole next time. Be like, am I the asshole? Yes.
Well, I do have another am I the asshole one that's saved. And this one is like an okay length, so we can make this one the last one.
Okay.
This one actually... Yeah. This one actually was deleted. 28. Am I the asshole for being frustrated with my wife for having sex less than 35 times in 18 years? So let me pull out my calculator real quick for the camera. I'll show my calculator. So
35 times?
35 times in 18 years. That's around 2 times per year.
Okay, then that's not even that bad. The fuck?
But also, like...
18 or after 18?
No, in 18 years. Like, during a span of 18 years, it was only 35 times. So it was, like, around 2 times every year for 18 years.
How old are these people?
There's no age. Oh. No, they got married the year we were born. So...
Oh. Wait, did she cheat on him? Because that would make sense. Because right now, you're 18.
Yeah?
Should I have not said that loud?
No, I just said they were married in 2006. Well, people could put that together.
No, you said 4. Specify. Anyway, so you're 18. So if they got married, now, if she had sex 35 times in the span of 18 years they were married, yes. Wait, no, you're not the asshole. But if it wasn't, then no.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead.
Words? Not.
So last night, I tried to make a move on my wife while we were in bed, and I was greeted immediately with a harsh, no, not in the mood. This probably sounds normal to most men, but in the last 18 years of marriage with my wife, 18 years of marriage, my wife and I had sex less than 35 times. I love my wife so much and she's my best friend, but I feel as though she doesn't find me sexually attractive. This morning she woke up all pissed at me because I was being distant about my try and fail, and she kept pushing the issue. I finally came clean and laid it out. Since we got married in 2006, we haven't had sex more than 5 times a year, and some years not at all. It is not my lack of trying. She rebukes my advances and never ever initiates sex on her own, which is polar opposite from before we married when we had a healthy sex life. I feel like an imposition on her when I want to get intimate, but out of respect never push the issue. Now it has come to a head as each time I try to initiate sex, I am rebuffed. I waited until this morning to broach the subject with her, and all she has done today is cry about how she's a horrible wife and we should get a divorce. I'm in a tailspin as I love this woman but don't appeal to her sexually, I feel, and don't know what to do as she just reacts horribly to me trying to talk to her about this. Where do I go from here, as I really love my wife, but after 18 years of the cold shoulder, just ...
See, you done got me fucked up. I didn't know what we was finna come into. You done fucked me up with how you did that.
My bad.
Oh my gosh, this is why we can't have nice things. Anyways. No. Okay, what was the am I the asshole for what?
Okay, so I remember why I saved this now. I went into a deep hole. There are subreddits for basically everything. And I mean everything.
I don't want to know that.
So, I mean, one person. Oh, that's about a comment. But, so there's technically like the new top comment because the other one was deleted because it was just a bot. So the real top comment info. I saw in a comment you made on another post that in 2010 you guys lost a restaurant you started together, that after you went through years of depression and drug abuse that you were lucky she even stayed with you. What did that look like for you and your wife? How did y'all go to couples therapy after that? Oh, did y'all go through couples therapy after that? How many years of drug abuse are we talking about? How long have you been sober? Someone replied, well, he took ketamine 5 days ago. So, and then someone replied to that. He also did ecstasy and danced with his cats while his wife was at work 9 months ago. Def some crucial context. And the reason I was saying that about the subreddits is if you go, well, so he deleted his account actually. That's what's deleted. The post wasn't deleted, but the account is now deleted. But I remember when I went onto his account diving deeper because people said he was active. That's how people knew he took ketamine. He was active on r/ketamine, which is a subreddit. It is a scary subreddit, and I don't want to go back there, but it is a thing. And he was active, and that's how they knew that he took ketamine not that long ago.
That's crazy.
So this is one of those stories where he kind of is the asshole, but he lacked all of crucial information.
Like he where he wouldn't seem like the asshole. That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But in all reality, I feel like
you gotta admit,
you can't really blame the wife.
After years of drug abuse, how could you be like the effects that it takes on you physically, especially strong stuff like ketamine? It does affect your like features. So I can't fully blame her for not being like sexually attracted to him anymore.
But also, not even that. Like, you put her through all this stuff of drug abuse and stuff like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she's not gonna want to fuck you, duh.
Yeah.
I would want to fuck you, bruh.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. I don't know. That's controversial. People can see it how they want, but I can see from the wife's point of view why she wouldn't want to do that. And I feel so terrible now, her being like, I'm a terrible wife. We should just get divorced. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yes, you are an asshole, but at the same time, see, if you were a very sober, healthy person, no, you wouldn't be the asshole. But yes, you are the asshole. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. How do you feel about this, Grace?
I mean, like some of these comments are saying like people saw like that he was on other like because he has posted many times on different subreddits, so people kind of knew what the account like his account was, which a lot of time is why people make burner accounts so you don't see past history. And this time it really got him in trouble because people knew and you could see like I remember I saw his exact comment before his account was deleted.
Do you remember what it said?
No, because it was it was a little while. It was a little over a week ago, I think.
This is why you scream.
I know I should have screenshotted it and I didn't.
God.
My bad. But I'm sure if you dove deep enough in r/ketamine, you can find it because the comment, like the posts and comments, never delete, even if you delete the account.
You said it's scary on there, and I just got ready. I want to do all that. Thank you, though.
Yeah. So that
that was a great way to end.
that is quite the last one to end on.
Yes, it is. Crazy. A little crazy.
Yeah, I forgot that I saved that one and about that deep lore until I read it all and it brought it all back.
I love how he got exposed. That's what he gets. That's what his ass gets.
That's what you risk when you're posting on Reddit is some of these people have so much time on their hands, they dive deep. They will expose you for the stuff that you don't say. Don't say like me. Don't say that.
Yeah, like you. You had so much time. You just said you deep dived. You have so much time on your hands. You just deep dived it.
I barely deep dive.
I
rarely do. It was this one is because I saw the comments of people exposing him and I had to see for myself. That is the only reason that I deep dived this time.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Well, that makes for a very interesting and eventful first episode.
Bro was straight up doing ketamine and tried to make himself like the good guy.
Covering up pregnancies, faking pregnancies.
Drugs.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Reddit is it's a place. I can't say it's a fun place, but it's a place.
Yeah. Actually quite scared now. Kinda don't want to go read some of these.
You can just leave it up to me. It's okay.
Okay, I'll just say. Just stay here and listen.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
It was an eventful first episode, but we're gonna leave it at. I think we both need to take a break, and anyone listening / watching should go take a break. Please, go outside, have some sanity, touch some grass. After being consumed by Reddit, we all need to touch some grass.
You are the only one here who is consumed by Reddit.
No, right now I'm actually really consumed with Ashley Trevino lore. I don't know if you know about that. I feel like that needs to be a whole episode.
Did you see her things?
Well, did you see? I saw Camilla, the girl who did the interview.
Yeah.
Posted on TikTok and is having Santos on the podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't know which one it was, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, he was like, he popped out behind him and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. They called her her lawyers Temu lawyers. Yes.
Yeah. I sat through that whole interview too. I sat through that whole interview. And then, like usual, I watched a good amount of like different commentary YouTubers talk about it. One of my favorites, he had like a 2-3 hour long video going through all Ash Trevino lore. He does a lot of deep dives like that.
Send me that YouTuber. I need to catch up.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'll give him a shout out. I love iNabber. His name is iNabber.
Okay.
So we'll give, even though it doesn't matter, but.
Do you know Nasty? That's what side of TikTok I'm on. I love Nasty. Shut the fuck up. Nick and Cassie, I've been following. They just pop on my.
I love them so much. All right. After that,
they're at the.
Honestly, I might leave this little rant in.
As you should, because it's great.
It's like it's a palate cleanser to all we just read and listened to.
Yeah.
I feel like we need just a whole episode about Ash Trevino because I can go deep. But please like and share some comments on the YouTube if you want the next episode to be about Ash Trevino. I will post this on TikTok as well. And if that gets likes and comments, we will do it. But
oh my gosh, we have to.
We will leave it at that for today. It is so late. It's really not that late.
It's late for you.
It's
late. Only 9.
I know. We're in different time zones. It's a little crazy, but all right. So, all right. That's all for today. Whenever we come out with the next episode, that's when we'll see you. I'm Grace.
I'm Shelby.
There you go. And we'll see you in the next episode.